Hey everybody, I just wanted to make a quick video just to kind of show you some things that Quizizz can do. It is a district paid premium feature from our district this year, and it can do some really cool stuff. So I want to kind of show you some things that you can do with this and how you can use it in your class. So if you go to create, as soon as you log into Quizizz, you'll see that there's a create button. These are the different types of activities you can create for your class. So assessments are either think like Kahoot, GimKit, that kind of stuff. You can play it live or you can make it a little quiz to practice independently. You can also assign them for an actual assessment. Lessons are like Pear Deck and Nearpod. You can actually create from slideshows that have interactive features in it that kids can, you know, use in class. Interactive videos is like Edpuzzle. You can put in a video and you can add in questions that they answer as they go. A passage is you add in like a PDF or, text that you want them to look at, and they can annotate and answer questions on a passage that's right in front of them in the same screen. Flashcard is a great replacement for Quizlet. Those of you who might have missed Quizlet, Flashcard, you create a set of flashcards. The kids, as they're reviewing it, um, they can flip the card so they can see the answer. They can also mark it as I know it, so they don't have to spend as much time studying that one, or I'm learning. And it sorts them into the two piles, like kind of like you would if you were actually holding physical flashcards, and that you can actually work with the ones that you marked as still learning as you go. So I think that's really a great tool too. So let's start with assessment. With assessment, you can generate a complete activity from AI. You just add in documents, websites, text, YouTube videos, whatever. You can create it from scratch, or you can import it from things that you already have. So since I already have a bunch of quizzes and stuff made from Google Forms and things like that, I'm going to click that. You can import a document from here. You can paste questions that you have, like maybe you have it on another document that you just want to paste the questions in really quick. Google Form or spreadsheet. So I'm going to choose a Google Form. I'm going to import it from Drive. Select my name. And then I'm going to select an ancient Egypt quiz that I have. So it's importing, and there it is. So all the questions that I had in that Google form are now in here. I can go through and review. Like I'd probably take out the I don't knows. And then when you're ready, you click Start Now, and that would play it like a game kit or Kahoot. There is a little bit of game elements to it, not quite as much as like GimKit. So this is kind of where I would decide, like, what am I playing this for? Do I want them to really focus in on what I want them to learn? That's where Quizizz is going to come in handy. If you want to kind of just have them have some fun and have a review at the same time, something like GimKit might be more up your alley. But anyway, you click Start Now. And from here, you have the choices of Classic Mode, Mastery Peak, Instructor Pace, which means like Kahoot, you are putting the questions up and they're staying on the same type of task. Test Mode is what you're going to use if you actually want to use this as an assessment grade. You can put them in teams, whatever. Once you're done, you click Start. I will tell you there's some kind of irritating things that you can do with this, and that, let me see if I can show you. I think I have it turned off, but if it says something about like clapping, like this stuff, if these things are on, I would turn them off for you, but that's just um, my preference. I don't like all the weird things flying across the screen. So anyway, they sign in. You can choose to auto start your quiz at a certain time right here, and then you click start when you're ready to go. Once they're playing the game, it will show you, like at the top, a class accuracy. I can't actually show this right now because I'm not playing the game, but it'll show you class accuracy at the top. And underneath it shows the kids like who's still finishing, like the bar is not all the way full if they're still finishing. It'll show you kind of between red and green how many they got right or wrong, their personal accuracy. And when the game is over, this is the part that I think is really, really important. When the game is over, It shows you the list of questions, and you can sort them into the ones that they turn green if all the kids know it, yellow if just a few kids are getting it wrong, and red if this is like a lot of kids are missing this. So then you can see quickly what you need to review. I also like to do this where I sign it as an assignment. Get out of here. When I sign it as an assignment, a lot of times I'll do it for review or practice, and then I can look at each kid's and automatically sort it to see all the red ones at the top, so we can see this is the exact stuff that they're struggling with. I can reteach it, and then we can do it. So they're getting immediate feedback, which I think is really important. That is assessment. Um, if you have a Canvas quiz, let me get back out of here. If you have a Canvas quiz, I'm getting a lot of email. Hold on. There we go. Okay. If you're getting a Canvas quiz that you want to put in here, you can click create assessment. And then I'm going to import the document. And I have one that I have downloaded on my device. So this right here is just a test that I pulled off of Egypt. And it's directly from Canvas. I just downloaded it. And then I'm uploading it into here. Okay, here it is. I'm going to click Generate Quiz. You can also pick the number of questions. I just have it on automatic. Generate Quiz. This will take a second. And there it is. So these are questions, again, directly from my quiz in Canvas from the document that I downloaded that has all the quizzes. Now, when you do this, sometimes like I had questions that I had images with. So up here it says add images to 2 questions with missing media. I'm just going to scroll down and find those. And it's right here. And this is really awesome. When you click this, it already sees, hey, this is from the document. Do you want to use this image? Yes, I do. And then I'm going to save. So that is how you do that question. So like here's another one, same thing. I'm going to save the changes because I had 2 questions with the same chart. So that was quickly just making a quizzes right from my Canvas quiz. And it didn't take more than a couple button clicks. Okay, the next one I wanted to tell you about, get back out here. Okay, is lessons. So this is really cool if you are somebody who likes Nearpod or Pear Deck, if you're one of those people, and my kids love it. So I'm going to import from Google Slides a slideshow that I already have set up. You have to do this every time, by the way. You have to give permissions for it every time. This is the one I've set up. So I'm going to import it into the drive. And the first question it's going to ask is whether or not you want to be able to edit your slides in Quizizz, or if you want to import them as ineditable files. I chose both just to see which one I liked more. If you choose to edit your slides, it's going to change like your font and everything, especially if it's a font that Quizizz doesn't recognize. So if you want to keep the look of it pretty much the same as it was before, you're going to choose to click uneditable slides. So that's what I did. That's what I choose. If you don't care what it looks like, if you don't care about the font or any of that stuff, you can choose the editable one. But once it gets loaded in, this is what it looks like. You can still choose to delete any slides you want. So let me show you how this works. So these are just the basic slides that I created in Google Slides. But I'm going to add some interactivity to this for kids. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a question right here. So instead of having this group talk here, I want them to kind of type it in. So I'm going to add a slide. I think I got to move this because it's in the way. I'm going to add a slide. And from here, you can choose all of these question types. You've got multiple choice, you've got fill in the blanks, reorder, match, drag and drop. As you can see, there's a lot of them. They can even do video and audio responses in here. You can have them a poll. You can do a word cloud right here. It's hard to see because of this thing in the way, but word clouds right there. You can also choose to add just a blank slide. You can type your own information there. Text and media, which means you can add in a picture or you can add in music or a video or something like that. Full screen media is like you want to put in a YouTube video, and I'm going to show you that in a minute because I actually have a video on one of these slides I need to replace. And then you could actually take them to a web page link. But instead of doing a turn and talk here, I want them to answer so I can show all the responses. So I am going to do an open-ended question. And then I'm going to type in here, what do you notice looking at the image about the geography of, and then they type in their response. So what does that look like? And this is not perfect, by the way, this preview. It won't look exactly the way it looks at preview, but you can see like it will be here. They type in here. And then you can, on your slides, on your screen, you can show the responses, which is really cool. So then once you have it the way you like it, you're going to click back to slides. And you can see there's that interactive thing. Here I need to replace this video. Let me go grab it really quick. So to do that, you're going to go to YouTube. I know you can't see what I'm typing right now. But you're going to go and click the share button on whatever video it is you want to do. And then turn off the sound so it doesn't start playing. So click the share, and then you're going to go back to Quizizz. And you're going to click in add a new slide. And I'm going to do the full screen media here. And then I'm going to click there to add a video. And then I'm going to paste the link. Hit enter. And then insert the video. And as you can see, you can trim. You can start it at different times and different times. But you're going to insert. And there's the video. And then I can delete that one because that was my actual original video. Okay, let's show you another feature. There's one where I talk about the deserts. It's this one. So I'm going to add a new slide, and I'm going to do a hotspot. Hotspot's really cool. We have that on Canvas tests and quizzes too. But I'm going to go ahead and add this hotspot. I have a map of Egypt that I found that's blank. So there it is. I'm going to save this. And I'm going to tell the students to click on the Eastern Desert. So it's really just testing their basic geography knowledge. I'm going to do a free form, and then I'm going to click kind of where the desert, I'm kind of like drawing a line around where the desert is. This just takes a minute. Over to this side. And then it doesn't have to be perfect because most likely the students are not going to be clicking on the edge. So anywhere that they click in this area will be correct. Okay, so that's a hotspot. Go back. At the end, maybe I want them to create a word slide, a word cloud, I'm sorry, about what they've learned. So then when they do that, they'll answer and it'll make a word cloud that you can display. So you can see some topics, the things that the kids notice. As you can see, there's other stuff on here that I probably wouldn't use because I'm not a math teacher, but you have math responses, you have labeling that could be for, science. I'm thinking parts of the cell. Labeling would be a good one. Graphing, drop down. You will have drop down options, drag and drop, which is what it sounds like. You drag and drop it. You can reorder things. That would be great for. Then you have the draw option, which is really popular in both Nearpod and Quizizz. So let me go back. Slides here. There's one where I talk about the cataracts right here. So maybe after this, I'm going to add a new slide. And I'm going to do a draw question. I want them to do it on a blank canvas. And I'm going to say here, draw a picture of the carrots on the aisle. So then as you preview it, then you can see they have all these drawing tools. They can change the colors. You on your end are going to get, you can show the answers. You're going to see all the different drawings. You can show them all to the class. They always get a kick out of that, just name. Okay, so back to slides. So those are the different types of interactivities. It really helps. Number one, the kids are going to see these slides on their actual screen. If you've never used Pear Deck or Nearpod before, their slides will be on their screen, so they, it's right there in front of them. They get to participate, add in something they do every few slides. It helps keep their attention. It helps draw attention to the main points that you're trying to get across to them, whatever that may be. So that is how you do that. And not to mention, by the way, you can search any of these things. So if you like search lessons, you can search for different times. As you can see, like Egypt stuff's popping up. But you can search for lesson ideas that have already been created, and maybe something like that will work for your class. All right. From here too, there's interactive videos. I've already started making an interactive video. Let me go to my library. Uh, it is this one. So I created a warm up where I picked. I love this Daily Bellringer. If you teach social studies, especially American history and world history, check out Daily Bellringer. This guy does 5-minute videos on different short, small chunks of topics. But anyway, Daily Bellringer is really cool. So I picked a Daily Bellringer video. When you put it in, so go back to Quizizz. You are going to create an interactive video. You can use a Quizizz library. You can upload a video that you have, or you can use YouTube, which is probably going to be the most popular choice. And I'm going to put my YouTube video in there. From here, you can drag to select any text or any video you want to cut out if you want to, but not proceed. And then from here, it's going to work just like it does kind of an Edpuzzle. The video is going to pop up here, and as it plays, you can add the question.
Today we're looking at the
part
2
you
BC.
want.
They were one of the
once
dominant
you decide a place you
civilizations
want
of
to
the
ask a
ancient world,
question,
establishing trade
then
throughout the
you're going to
Mediterranean
click add
region
question. These are
and
all the different
conquering
types of
surrounding
questions you can have
civilizations
them
during
do.
their reign.
So again, hot
Ancient
spots on
Egypt
there,
was
pull,
located at the
labeling, drop
northeastern
down,
end of the
categorize, drag
African
and drop,
continent.
multiple choice,
It was
fill in the blank.
bordered to the north by the Mediterranean Sea.
I pause it. So you can add the question right where you are. So I'll do I will do, I gotta move this out of the way, sorry. I'll do categorize so you can see that. So with categorize, and this may not have anything to do with where I am in the video, but sorry, that was my daughter. Okay, so from here, I could do Mesopotamia. Here I can put Egypt. Here I can put both. Here I can put neither. So like I could say unpredictable flooding, and I could put predictable floods. Rivers deposited silt, and then maybe here neither would be lived in cold climates. Okay, so then when you preview this, I don't even know if you can preview it from this video. I don't think you can. Save. the question will pop up. So then
To
they're going to be
Egypt's southern
dragging
border
drops.
today is
The
Sudan, but in ancient
categories
times the
show up over
region was
here.
known
This
as
is, I can't
Nubia,
preview
and
it.
the people of
The
this
categories show
region
up
would
over
be
here. The
conquered
choices
by
show
and
up
then
here, and then
conquer
they
ancient
drag it and they
Egypt.
put it in the
On
correct
Egypt's
category.
western border today is the
So
country
once
of
you're done,
Libya,
you have all
and
your
in ancient
questions in there.
times
You
the
click
Libyan desert
publish.
with its mountainous
And
arid
then it
land
goes to
formed
what
a
I showed you
natural.
before. And then you can assign any of these things, by the way, through Canvas. All you have to do is assign it as an external tool. Choose Canvas, or choose Quizizz as the external tool. And then your choices of what you're assigning will pop up from your library. And then you can assign it. And then that way you can sync it right from, you know, your Canvas right to Focus if you wanted to. Okay, so that is interactive video. It's pretty self-explanatory. This is Passage. So you could, again, search their library. You can import your own passage, or you can generate something complete with AI. I have my own. So I'm going to upload from Drive. Yeah, that's it. Should take a second to look at it. And I don't know why they don't load correctly. They just don't, for whatever reason. Okay, so these are the pages. I have 5 pages about daily life in Egypt. Here, if I want to add questions, I can automatically just click Generate with AI. Tell me how many questions I want. I'm going to go for 7. What taxonomy levels do I want to hit? I'm going to do those. And then I want multiple choice, open-ended, and fill in the blank. Then I'm going to click Generate. It'll take a second. Here are the generated questions from here. Now, do not, this is really, really important. If you're, whatever you're going to do, if you're going to assign something to the kids and you have AI write it for you, please make sure that you read through it. AI is a tool. It's not, ever going to be 100%. It's not going to be something that may necessarily even be right all the time. So it's a time saver, definitely. But make sure that you, as the teacher, look over this. This is not something you should just 100% trust and assign to kids. But the traditional clothing is Shendi. Yep, so that's correct. So I can go back and then check the next one. This is an open-ended question. This one, I have not used this before. It apparently can auto-evaluate written responses. I personally, I like AI a lot, but I would not use it to do my job of grade. This is just my personal preference. I would not use it to do my job of grading kids. But you can, if you want to, try it out. But anyway, as you go through and you're finished, then you can preview it. When you preview it, it always does this. It does not look like this on the kids side. I know, because I was like, oh, I better try it. So when you're done, you publish it. This is history, and then publish. I don't need a cover image right now. So if you choose, actually, let me go back. We'll do assign now. So go back. We're going to assign. This would only assign it through here. If you want to assign this as an actual assignment, you need to assign it through Canvas, because then you can get their scores. But anyway, I'm going to copy this link, and I'm going to go just so you can see what it looks like. So here's what it looks like when the kids go into the assignment. As you can see, they can turn on to read the text aloud, which is nice. Sound effects, which, half the kids will turn on, but whatever. Have more headphones. So as they go, does this every time? Okay, so here is the passage. Once they're in the passage, they can highlight things. I'm going to have my highlight color be, that's good. Okay, and then if you want it to look more like highlight, you would turn the opacity down and then the thickness up. Maybe we'll go up. There we go. Okay, so as they read, they can choose to highlight. So the first question says, what is the traditional clothing worn by men in ancient Egypt? So as I'm reading, oh, I see something. The men wear something known as a shendit. So I can highlight that and have it ready to go for when I answer. The next one says, describe the role of Pharaoh. So that's probably not even in here, but it could be mixed up in any of these. Oh, there's government. So the role of Pharaoh. Leads our government. He is a god. He ruled over both upper and lower kingdom. Owned all the land, made laws, collected the taxes. If you want them to add text box, then you can choose a text box feature where they could add a text box and type. So that's just I probably personally would not use this when we have an annotation feature in. I can choose to make the text bigger too if I wanted to. Anyway, I probably wouldn't use this necessarily because we also have annotation in Canvas, but it is nice to be able to upload this if you want. This would be more like if you want them to, in my opinion, read this information and answer questions on it. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, the last thing I have, and I'm just going to show you what it looks like. Where are my flashcards? Okay, here's some flashcards that I just pulled off of. I haven't made any yet, but I pulled them off of the Quizizz library just so you can see kind of what they work. You can practice. This would be like if you completely are brand new at something, if you want to see what kids know, or if you want them to see what they know, they can do a pre-read. But anyway, once you're ready, click start. And then copy the link. Push that link in here. And then I will share the screen with you. Okay, so again, your kids can choose to read it out loud. And once they're ready to go, they can hit start. And here's what the flashcards look like. So the kids get the question. Now this one has an image too. But the kids get the question. If they want it read, it'll read.
Has image. Location and circled area of the map.
Okay. Flip. They can have it read to
Nile
them.
Delta.
They can choose either that they already knew it or that they're learning. So I'm going to say I'm learning that one. I'm going to say I know that one. I'm learning. I know. I'm learning. I know. I think there's only 10 here, so. So as they go through, they will be able to see which ones they're learning and which ones they know. Okay, so it says I know all 10 because I eventually clicked that I knew all 10. But you can keep practicing with this, which I think is really nice because it breaks down to I know 5, I'm learning 1. This tab. All right, so that is flashcards. And to create flashcards, you just go to create again. You click flashcards. And again, you can paste the text, you can add in a document, you can add in the topic, you can add in an article, and you can generate it with the AI. So that's how you do that. So that's just the basics on Quizizz. You can search for a lot of different type of things in here. Once you get in here, you type in here what topic you want. You can choose. Here it gives you some ideas of what to search for. But when you get in here, so like say I was helping my daughter try to study for a geography quiz. So let me see if I can type in Egypt geography. So once you do that, it pulls up all, but you can sort it by assessments. You can sort it by lessons. interactive videos, passages, flashcards. So there's lots of, that's an easy way for you to just find what's already out there, so you don't even have to recreate the wheel. All right, I hope this was helpful for you to kind of know a little bit about Quizizz. I really like it. I think it's a great tool for kids to help get that feedback, that practice. It's really good for if you're using Edu protocols to do fast and curious with, especially because it gives you that class accuracy as you're doing a live quiz. So if you have any questions, please let me know, but I hope you go in and play with it and have fun. Thanks.